Celebrity couples who lived apart: Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, Victoria and David Beckham, and more. Gwyneth Paltrow and Brad Falchuk, and Will and Jada Pinkett Smith have also revealed their unconventional living arrangements. Due to differing work schedules that often take them to various countries, not all celebrity couples live together under the same roof. While Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker chose to temporarily live apart following their wedding, Roberts and Amber Laign credited the success of their long-term relationship to their unconventional living arrangements. Here are some current and former couples who chose separate houses and why. Gwyneth Paltrow and Brad Falchuk. Gwyneth Paltrow explained, "We've just done it slowly," when the Wall Street Journal asked about her living situation with Brad Falchuk. The couple met on Glee in 2010 and dated for 8 years before getting married, but it took them another year before they decided to move in together. She told the Sunday Times Style magazine that Brad spent 3 nights a week at his own house and 4 nights at her Los Angeles home. This arrangement was not only approved by her intimacy teacher but also liked by her friends. "Oh, all my married friends say that the way we live sounds ideal and we shouldn't change a thing," she revealed. Kaley Cuoco and Carl Cook. Kaley Cuoco revealed she had an unconventional marriage with her ex-husband Carl Cook, whom she divorced in 2022. 1 year after their wedding, she told E! News, "We have a very unconventional marriage. You know, we have different locations that we are at a lot. We are not together every single day, and I think personally, it's important. It works well for us." Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. Will Smith and his wife Jada Pinkett Smith surprised fans when they announced they had secretly split in 2016. Although she insisted they had no plans to divorce, the Red Table Talk host said on the Today Show that they had been living separately. "We were still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, right, and in regards to how do we present that to people," she said. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. Kourtney Kardashian's love story with Travis Barker began when they were neighbors, and their close proximity meant they had been in no real rush to live together. After tying the knot in 3 separate ceremonies in 2022, the Kardashian star and the Blink-182 drummer continued to stay in separate houses but said they were looking at uniting their blended family under one roof. "We want our kids to also feel really comfortable, and they have both lived in their homes their whole lives for the most part, and they each have their rooms and we are a block away," mother of 4 Kourtney said on the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast. "When the kids are at their dad's house, I stay at Travis' house, and there's still nights when we'll stay at each other's houses in between." Kourtney shares Mason, Penelope, and Rain with her ex Scott Disick, while she has recently welcomed a baby boy called Rocky with Travis. He is also a father to Landon and Alabama. Helena Bonham Carter and Tim Burton. Former couple Helena Bonham Carter and Tim Burton lived in adjoining houses in London during their 13-year relationship, which ended in 2014. "I did not have room to house children, put it that way," the actress, who is mother to son Billy and daughter Nellie, told The Times. "I lived in a cottage. And I did always think, God, wouldn't it be ideal if Mr. Right lived next door, because then I'd have room to put the bedrooms in? So what was Tim's house is basically the family house, and I kept my bedroom and my kitchen." Claire Danes and Hugh Dancy. While most couples had already been living apart at the beginning of their relationship, Claire Danes had the opposite with her husband Hugh Dancy. "In the formative stages of our courtship, our relationship, our schedules were amazingly compatible. Lately we've not been so lucky," she told Piers Morgan, referring to the fact she was in a long-distance relationship while filming Homeland in North Carolina and he worked on the play Venus and Fur in New York. She added, "We talk a lot, we text a lot, we send each other photos of our toes, dumb stuff. I think it's dangerous when you go into reporting mode, when you just kind of list the things you've done that day. Sometimes you just kind of have to act as if you were with each other and not say anything terribly significant." Victoria and David Beckham. Victoria and David Beckham now own 3 gorgeous homes together, their main London residence, a country bolthole in the Cotswolds, and an apartment in Miami. But there was a short period when they weren't living in the same country. Addressing David's sudden move to Spain after joining Real Madrid, Victoria said on the Beckham Netflix docuseries that it was less than ideal when he had around 12 hours notice. I was like, what do you mean we don't have anywhere to live? We don't have schools for the children. What do you mean? But the reality is that we moved to Spain. The family was reunited after a short period, but both admitted they struggled in the early stages of the move. I had 2 children, Brooklyn and Romeo, and this is what nobody seemed to take into consideration when I was getting criticized for not being in Spain from the beginning. A kid has to go to school. I knew I couldn't move until I had a school for Brooklyn. I was doing Monday to Friday in London and then jumping on a plane to Spain, the fashion designer said.